So
This time we'll call our first speaker.
here is the name. I'm going to put the link in the video description down below. I want you guys to go and check out the video directly, but this is my commentary. I actually met him several different times in the last few years. He's a really good stand-up guy. You know, I joined him on the Bradley Boulevard Bridge the one day, protesting Biden and I think somebody else at the time. You know, supporting free speech and in the truth, and that's what he is doing. He is standing up for our First Amendment rights, Second Amendment rights, Fourth Amendment rights, Fifth Amendment. He's standing up for every constitutional right. This guy right here, Shaun Porter, and this is the Washington County School Board right here, and he's going to let them have it. So let's watch the video here and give him credit where credit is due. So, like I said, the link will be in the video description down below.
Jerking each other off with a bunch of trophies and participation certificates. Here's the truth: you guys don't care about the disabled kids because my disabled son.
So, if you're curious what his shirt says, it says "fuck the school board." So, you know, I don't know if his software or whoever, I don't know how that got blurred out.
A bunch of disruptive kids. Okay, bad kids at Bester Elementary. There was no sign language interpreter, no instruction for sign language. We applied to Maryland School for the Deaf. He was accepted in December. He was supposed to be transferred in January. Dr. Annette Walters refused to sign the Board of Education form to transfer him to Maryland School for the Deaf. January, February, March, April, mid-April, I came in screaming about civil rights lawsuits and everything else, and then they immediately processed the transfer in May. 5 months late, he was transferred to a place where they could teach him sign language, where he was around other deaf and disabled children with similar abilities as him, so that he could have a normal life and actually communicate with kids and not get into fights every single day. He came home crying from Bester Elementary School every single day he went there, because he got into fights with kids who didn't understand him because he was deaf. He couldn't talk, he couldn't sign, he didn't know anything. We were doing the best that we could, but you guys left him there. No child left behind. You people sit up here, waste millions of dollars, hire people with fake names like this Steve Edwards guy who's using a stage name to conduct official business, which in the state of Maryland, if he's signing contracts and legal documents, I believe is the crime of uttering, which is a felony. But you decide to leave my disabled son in with a bunch of bad kids at Bester Elementary to get his kicked on a daily basis because you didn't want to give up the funding you get from state, federal, and local. Okay, you didn't want to give up money, so you didn't allow him to get transferred until I came in and went psychotic in your lobby. And then you did. So everything that over there said about how great you are caring about the kids is an absolute lie, Miss Williams. You should step down. You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace. I already know about you. You're you're a civil rights violator. You've been sued repeatedly. You're a disgrace, and you're a disgrace.
Mr. Porter.
You will
they're trying to silence him.
I have a First Amendment right to tell you my opinions. This is the right to redress of grievances in your face, Ms. Williams.
We appreciate your participation in the meeting, and while I encourage you to address the Board of Education,
You're stealing my time.
I will give you time.
You worthless fucking cunt.
Okay.
You tortured my disabled
Board,
son,
at
and
this
you will
time,
answer for it in a court
I
of law.
recommend that we go into closed session
I'm not at 5 minutes,
to
lady.
obtain legal advice
I am
pursuant
not
to
at
the
5
general
minutes, lady.
provisions article of the Annotated Code of Maryland.
You're silencing my free speech during my time. I signed up 2 weeks ago to talk, and you're silencing my free speech.
Please, and a second. So moved. Thank you, Mrs. Murray. Is there a second?
You got
That fucking bitch right there, she can eat shit. She can eat shit all day, every day, and be waterboarded in fucking Gitmo, and then place under Gitmo in the fucking dirt. I don't care. She's trying to silence free speech, and she's not acknowledging the fact that his son was being hurt and beaten up because he wasn't understood, and that pisses me off. I never met his son. But, you know, I've been there, done that when I was a kid. I was misunderstood, and, you know, I tried to go to the teachers and the principal, and they did not care. So all they cared about is fucking money, and that's all they cared about. And this was back in the fucking 80s and the fucking 90s. And it's still going on today because of bitches like her letting it happen, and him, and whoever that fucker is. So
guys are going to silence my free speech because you don't like what I'm saying. That's viewpoint discrimination.
Mr. Porter, while I appreciate your participation,
No, you don't.
would you please refrain from using profanity in your comments?
First Amendment, freedom of
so
speech,
that
that's my
we
opinion of your
can
job. You're doing a shitty job. You're
a
an awful god.
respectful
You're a horrible, disrespectful person to that lady today.
environment.
And a week ago to Darrell Evans, I watched you condescend a fellow board member like he was a 2-year-old. You chastised him for disagreeing with you. Lady, you are everything that's wrong with the bureaucracy that's here in this building. Downsville Pike is a disgrace. The teachers are doing a great job in this county, like the people that got the awards. But people like you hamstring their abilities to teach children like mine. You're a f***ing disgrace. F*** you. Have a good day.
Well, I guess the video is going to be in the description down below, but I want to give my commentary.
Our next
And
speaker is Robin
he's a
Spickler.
he's a stand-up guy. Just put it that way. He's a stand-up guy. I have nothing against him. If anything, I wish I could wish I could buy him a case of beer or something. You know.
With Motific, you can build